11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time when starting this recording and this live stream. Good morning indeed. How is everyone doing today? Currently getting myself into camera position here. Oh, man. Woke up like 30 minutes ago. Didn't go to bed till like 1:30 in the morning. Gonna give it a few minutes. I know at least one of my friends will be popping in momentarily to watch the stream. I'm gonna share my link just in case. Before we get started, I'm going to open up a candy bar that I treat myself to every Sunday. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Is the chat not working in YouTube? Uno momento. Por favor. Uno momento. Awesome. Last night, we had no choice but to go see a 10:50 at night showing of Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse. I believe that's what it's called. Of course, we didn't think about. We were tired and didn't think about staying to the very end credits to see the credit scene. So we're going to have to watch that later on YouTube when I get done with my stream. Yeah, I absolutely loved the movie. Amazing. And the scene when they go down and Miles is Peter Parker's hidden bunker under that shed. Awesome. And all those Spidey suits that was available down there. If you remember, the one on the far left on the screen, I think was a nod to Insomniac Spider-Man because that was the exact same Spider-Man suit in Spider-Man. And this game right here, that Spidey suit was in the movie with the white Spidey, with the white spider on the chest. I was like, what? That's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome, man. Oh. And then on the far right, you can see the Mark II suit. I was like, oh, it's awesome. I enjoyed it. Awesome. I'm gonna look up some here. Spider Man. Oh, Into the Spider-Verse. I posted on Facebook, I said, enter the Spider-Verse. Hang on a second. I didn't realize what they were talking about last night. I was like, what? I shared a thing on Facebook. It's the wife and I are about to finally see Spider-Man movie Enter the Spider-Verse instead of Into. Uh, edit post. Let me edit that a little bit. Stand by, my friend. Someone asked me a question here. Polyester, comma. It's buttoned down. Period. That's about all I know. Wife got it from somewhere years ago, early 2000. Period. But this guy, David, he's like, hey, this is actually gonna sound weird, but do you have any more info on that shirt? I've been specifically looking for those Silk Spider-Man t-shirts for years. Grandpa had two before he passed. Really want to snag them again. Just have no luck finding them. I said, not afraid not, man. It's a 100% polyester shirt, button down. But my wife, she either got this from the fairgrounds flea market thing or the store. I can't remember if it was from Walmart or did you get it from Walmart? A flea market? You know, it's in the flea market. All right. Land, did you happen to notice that when you saw the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie? The scene I'm talking about when they went down to the Spidey bunker and had all the cool stuff down there. The far left Spidey suit was the Spidey suit from the Spider-Man game that I've been playing like for months. Even though I didn't have him wearing that suit much, but it's freaking awesome, man. I love it. All right, let's get to the story here. For people watching later, I do apologize. I tend to ramble and talk about stuff, but it's better to get all that out of the way instead of trying to talk during the cutscenes and everything, and during the dialogue. Pet my dog right here. If people are like, whoa, what's he petting? Baby got our big cinnamon bun. I am going to go into this liquor store, I guess, to do some investigation. Man. Man, I was geeking out when I saw that suit. Cindy and I
Olive
were
oil comes from olives.
pretty much the only two people.
Where does baby oil come from? Wow. That shit looks like a beauty.
Me, her, and I think two other people were in the theater, but they were in the very back. But I was geeking out when I saw that suit, and I was like, "Oh my god, why are we here?"
I hope the information I gave you was helpful.
No, it's not, sir. Or did I quit playing after I got to talking to this
Brought in
guy?
that case for that poor lady killed near City Hall.
You can pretty much go anywhere in this game, but you can't go into any other buildings. Where is he going? Is that my partner? No, he's inside.
The early bird gets the worm. The second mouse gets the cheese.
Rawlings Bowling Alley.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
You're talking to yourself.
You're behind the wheel.
Alright, I guess we're going to the bowling alley. How we doing, Liam? How was your week? Mine was pretty average. Snowed like crazy last night for Tennessee. I'm snowing on our way home from the theater.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
He's dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
If I remember correctly, I'll probably end up chasing this guy. I hear you, brother.
Tiernan! LAPD!
Hello.
There!
Wow.
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer!
My day's going all right, sir. Thank you.
Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps. Hit him, Cole! Spin him out! He's going through the square!
I hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
I'll Stop trying to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
Really?
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
What if they run because someone's setting them up? Because they feel like the deck is stacked against them?
I don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination. Oh, looks like we're going into the tunnels.
Oh, we're already in the tunnel, dude.
Give it up, LAPD.
Kind of a late reaction there. Oh, looks like we're going into the tunnels. 5 minutes later, into the tunnel. I'd give it an 8. Maybe. 8.5. It's fun. It's got a great story. There's extra stuff you can do besides the main story a little bit. You can go across the map looking for landscapes that are in California that were there back in that time. You can check out hidden vehicles, special vehicles. You can unlock the hidden special vehicles in the game just as a collection kind of thing. But there's not much replay value. Yeah, this is a special locale in California. The Intolerance set. The Mayfair Hotel. Other landscapes. Let's see. The Pershing Square. Stuff like that. But I like it. Pretty decent story. Wait. How did our police car get up here? Let's check out the... You gotta be able to read people's facial expressions pretty well. I'm not so great at reading people, apparently. I do okay on getting the clues and stuff. Looks like we're headed to the police station.
You know the way. You can drive.
One thing that gets on my nerves in this game is the constant honking. The constant honking in the game. It's every few seconds there's an NPC honking their horn for no apparent reason. But I love the story. The graphics are pretty cool, and the gameplay is pretty decent. All right. This game that came out when it did, it's got, you know, I like how they did it.
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh, joy.
I say we bust in there and find the guy.
This is a very much an adult game because there's adult language, nudity, because you'll encounter crime scenes, and the female victims that we've encountered so far have been butt naked. It's pretty brutal. Some of the crime scenes. Got some crazy serial killers on the loose. Mifa? Or Mafia? Mifa?
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say? You sure you want to know?
Ray? As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
Wow.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
It's an odd expression. Keep this under your hat. Hitler. Ah, gotcha.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Going to church doesn't make you a Christian any more than staying in the garage makes the Vice Boys get any on the side.
Oh.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks.
He has a good memory. I'd have to write that stuff down. I'd get in the car and be like, okay, he's at 126. Crap. It was probably just NPCs walking around. Just NPC employees of the police station. Really? You gonna make me drive? This guy. Huh.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What's it got to do with?
Let me check the map here real quick. And also, one thing I don't like about the game is that when you choose a location, like say in Grand Theft Auto 5, it kind of gives you a highlighted route to take to get to your destination, so you don't have to keep constantly going to the map. This, no. And it looks like I'm facing toward Broadway. So go up, make a left, go down Broadway, make a left on that street, whatever that's called, and then a right. Go up, make a left on Broadway.
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Calling all cars. Citizen reports officer needs help. Shots fired. Officer
Oh,
down.
that's my wife.
Place. 6th Street and Lindley Place. Unit to handle code 3. Identify.
That's my wife. And my dog. We can't really see my dog very well. My wife and my dog. Of course, my wife is the only one in camera, barely. She says hello. Alright, next street, make a left. Yeah, I'm not fancy enough to have one of those green screens to put behind me and have some kind of animation or something put behind me on the green screen. Unlike some YouTubers, I don't get paid to YouTube. I just do this for fun, like once, maybe twice a week. Mostly it's just once a week, like around 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm low on the totem pole. I don't put out enough videos to be a YouTube famous. Okay, almost there. I misunderstood your question earlier. $126 is probably the address.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Apartment 6. So we either got to go up to the 6th floor. This place has no elevators. Wonderful. I bet you this building doesn't exist in California. Nice talking with you, Savage. Come back and see us again sometime. Have a good day. As you as well. Level 3. Rooms 9 and 10. Oh, I guess we can go down 1. For some reason, I thought they'd have 6 floors in my brain. Didn't even read the sign when I came up to this level. Okay.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Terrible shame. Means there's nobody to let us in. You want to do the honors, Phelps?
I guess back then you didn't have to have a warrant to go in people's houses when they were under investigation. Bowl of soup out. There's blood-stained shirt here. And a bloody crowbar or tire wrench. Rawlings Bowling Alley.
He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you going to give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up for that. A citation, at least.
Isn't that the cop who called the guy
Oh, this looks like the way to go. What? Land, he lives in Louisiana. I doubt he gets much snow, just like Tennessee. He's a bit further south than we are, so. Land, you still there? It's showing 0 on my viewer count. If so, wife is inquiring if you get snow where you live, which I doubt. I bet he's gonna try to run.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
Oh! What are you doing? That's another annoyance. When I was hitting up on the controller, trying to go down the ladder, he would just climb back up it. Oh, wrong guy.
Be careful. He looks dangerous.
Why does he look dangerous? Because he's running? Does he have that crazy look in his eye?
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
You don't run very fast.
Give it up, LAPD.
Ow. Ruined a good suit tackling on the asphalt. I guess something happened to Land. He got booted or something.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole Jameson could have done it, do you? Well, whoever did it. At least it wasn't that Dahlia fuck.
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't do the Dahlia?
We have a list of over 200 suspects. His name was never on it.
If you think the list is exhaustive, Rusty, who am I to argue?
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Willing? Man.
KGPL to any unit. A citizen reports suspicious activity 111 South Alameda. Stand by for any Central unit.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just gonna run it. Man. Sinuses.
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want a confession from one of them. Don't fail me, young Phelps.
I'm telling you, it'll never stick, and you'll get roasted.
Jack is going nuts. He sees something outside, and he's wanting so badly to go outside. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, for clearing my throat. Let's go with number 2 first.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
I probably don't got much evidence.
Back here. I've not said my piece yet.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off, but I had nothing to do with it.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're going to need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the 5th columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective.
He looked like
The
he was
party
lying.
has good lawyers.
I got 0 questions correct, so he was telling the truth on both parties, on both questions. All right, let's try. What's the
This
press
guy
office?
must have escaped from the loony bin.
You must have escaped from the loony bin. Okay.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night.
What's
I knew
up?
you would think it was me.
Cole Phelps. That's funny. Cole Phelps has joined us in the chat room, Lan.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
Yep. Alibi for James Tiernan. Yeah, I love this game, man. It ain't got much replay value, but I love the story. And every time I go through, I always try to get always try to get all the questions correct, but I'm not that perfect.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Seems like he's hiding something. The way he's diverting his eyes.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
Probably got that question wrong. But it looked like he was not telling me the whole truth.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
That's true. It does have the bowling alley logo on the lug wrench.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. A big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan.
I got 4 questions wrong. Which means he was telling the truth when I called him a liar, and then and when I did the good cop part, he was lying to me.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I used to have the strategy guide of this game years ago.
Phelps badge 1247.
Back when it first came out.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
Wow. McCaffrey's criminal record. So we go back talking to McCaffrey a little bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes a man.
Makes me want to slice.
I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
Previously charged with petty theft, assault, discharged from military. Assault, that's violence.
You're holding out on us, McCaffrey. What other trouble have you been in?
I was in a few labor disputes before the war. I didn't use my real name.
Crap. Crap. Major crap. Let's try this again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let's go to 1 first.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Sounds like half an answer to me, Tiernan. Were you sleeping with her?
That's none of your business.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
What did he say?
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. And he had nothing but vitriol for her.
It's a word you don't hear every day. Someone saying vitriol.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Come on, Tiernan. Either you killed her or she left the hotel. Why did she leave?
Look, I may have yelled at her. I was very drunk. It's hard to remember.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
No, we use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench. I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange.
One question.
She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us today. You're not in the clear.
I've got to get the strategy guide of this game again. Because I do not remember the correct answers, the correct responses to the statements and stuff.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Still hasn't got the evidence of his military record yet.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off. But I had nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're going to need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
This is a tough one. Is it him? Or is it the other guy?
So you're telling me you were set up?
That's my conclusion.
It's either going to be you or Tiernan, Grosvenor.
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Man, this guy's an asshole. I don't like him.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down.
Wrong way. 3 questions wrong. Oh. It said use telephone. Oh, right here.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks, ma'am.
Damn. I hope I ain't got to do this whole thing again, but I keep getting the damn questions wrong.
Nice boy, putting all those hoodlums in jail.
Oh my God, yes. Put all the hoodlums to jail.
Memorize your name and throw my head away.
Oh my God. Throw your head away? That's crazy. Oh. I keep getting misplaced. Turned around, not misplaced, but
Get any on the side.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
You're holding out on us, McCaffrey. What other trouble have you been in?
I was in a few labor disputes before the war. I didn't use my real name.
Ah! Son of a biscuit. Let's try it again, ladies and gentlemen. I should have done the good cop thing, I guess, on that. But it seemed like he was lying. He was fibbing, ladies and gentlemen. He looked like he was fibbing. Let's try it again. 3rd time's a charm, I hope.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
She was old enough to be your mother, Tiernan. Were you banging her?
That's none of your business.
You a mama's boy, Tiernan?
A mama's boy. My dog's barking his head off outside.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at her once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it?
She wanted something of his.
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
Come on, Tiernan. Either you killed her or she left the hotel. Why did she leave?
Look, I may have yelled at her. I was very drunk. It's hard to remember.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Evelyn was beaten to death with a lug wrench. We found a wrench at McCaffrey's apartment.
You see? It was McCaffrey. He had nothing but hatred for me and Evelyn.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange.
Oh my
She always
God.
wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
I'm about to go strangle my
I
animal.
want to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not.
I can hear him through my headphones barking his head off outside. The sweetest dog you'd ever meet, but when he's outside, he acts like he wants to chew everybody's face off. I'm trying to look up something here on. Huh? Oh, it's melting, you mean?
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Yes, Finn. It's kind of hard to concentrate. My dog out there barking his head off.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
You told us you barely knew Evelyn Summers.
She hung around sometimes. I had very little to do with her.
I can't even remember how I answered the last time. That was wrong.
Doesn't look good, Grosvenor. It's either you or Tiernan from where we're sitting.
Personally, I think Evelyn is better off, but I had nothing to do with it.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
You're gonna need to do better if you don't want to swing for this.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth one.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
Can you hear my wife in the background also yelling at the dog?
Make it stick, detective. The party has good lawyers.
Got both of those statements wrong. Son of a biscuit. I'm getting very frustrated here. My dog barking his head off outside, my wife yelling at the dog. It's probably all going into the microphone. I'm about to put both of them in the penthouse. I'm gonna put muzzles on both
Operator,
of you.
message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Tie you up with duct tape and put you in the spare bedroom.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
I'm gonna stick an apple in your mouth and a tomato in his.
McCaffrey was formerly under
That's good.
surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thank you.
Microphone's so sensitive, I'm surprised you couldn't hear it. Sitting here trying to do a stream and the whole house is
Stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
being loud.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
I either didn't get enough evidence on one of the scenes, or I'm answering these things wrong. I can get the strategy guide to this game for $22. Only 2 left in stock. Order soon.
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw. It changes.
Alright, I've accused this guy of lying twice. Oh, I can read the, I didn't know that.
I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient point here, isn't it?
That's bullshit. He was almost beat a woman to death. That's why I accused him of lying. You know what? Let's accuse him. Let's see what happens. I already failed the last 2 times.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault charge?
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge. Beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you. Because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Lane, if you'll excuse me, I have to go tie my wife and dog up with duct tape.
Congratulations, boys, you bagged
and put
the
a
fine
big old
catch.
apple in their mouth.
Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat
I'm going to put a
offender
dun
out
hat
of your mind.
on my dog.
This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse. And neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot in the prison graveyard.
That's what I should have done all along, was accuse him of the murder, but... Man. 5 out of 14 questions correct. 13 out of 17 clues found. Can write a tell-all memoir from his cell on death row. The studio secretary murder. Well, that took 3 tries to get that right.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead. First platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first and try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade. Mate, we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
What was he barking at out there? He was losing his marbles.
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Mm-hmm. It's a signature series strategy guide. Can't BD find me.
Killer knew about this message.
Where I hid myself.
To suffer woes which hope thinks infinite, to forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
Looking in wonder up
Another
to heaven.
snippet from the Shelley.
While yet the music pealed along, I hid myself within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon, seen in a wave under green leaves. Within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon, seen in the wave under green leaves. Like under a tree or something.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrell.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrells murder, not to mention the Moloch...
Hang on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it. I knew this run was too good to be true.
I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed... What does he want it
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. But that's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Ray.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. It was a clue, like literally in a public square.
Now the DA wants my head.
Okay, he just went through the door. Excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Pardon, excuse me.
You drop something?
Nope. Did you drop something? I didn't drop anything. Did you drop something? I don't know.
You can drive.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We've got to get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not going to take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
The story's getting pretty interesting. I think, well, I'm probably going to be done with the game by the time I get this book, but I really need to get this strategy guide. Didn't I have this strategy guide years ago? No? I thought I did. Well, somehow I was looking up the answers years ago when this game came out, because I remember, like, when I played this game years ago and I screwed up, I would go back to my last save, look up the correct answers online or something, and then I would redo the game.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
He would lay looking in wonder up to heaven, while yet the music pealed along, I hid myself within a fountain in a public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon. The reflex of the moon could be like the reflection. Yeah, the reflection. Seen in a wave under green leaves. It's a clue of where he's hid. Oh, it's
You know,
on top of the
local
phone.
hobos use that as a latrine.
Social security
Elizabeth
card.
Short. Betty Short. Black Dahlia.
There is a cave.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
With leaves and flowers, and paved with veined emerald, and a fountain leaps in the midst with an awakening sound. From its curved roof, the mountains froze in tears, like snow or silver, or long diamond spires, hang downward, raining forth a doubtful light. Almost sounds kind of like a jungle-like area. Overgrowth with trailing odorous plants, which curtain out the day, which you can't see daylight from inside, with leaves and flowers, and paved with veined emerald, and fountain leaps in the midst with an awakening sound. An awakening sound. From its curved roof, the mountains frozen tears, like snow or silver, or long diamond spires, hang downward, raining forth a doubtful light.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out? You got a city map? See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
The poem refers use the map to study the landmarks instead of destination. Okay. There's a cave, overgrown with trailing indoors plants. Let me look at the evidence. Man, can you imagine if I had to go all the way up to this part of the map in Hollywood? Hall of Records. The distinctive twin Gothic towers of the Hall of Records rise above a doomed skylight some 50 feet across. The glasswork depicts a mountain cave overgrown with plants and wildflowers, and a waterfall chandelier hangs downward over the lobby. That sounds like something from the Clue. LA Public Library. Bertram Grossberg Goodhue drew at ancient Egypt to create a high temple-like central library. The building is roofed over a mosaic pyramid, and a sculptured torch-bearing hand stands in apex, representing the scientific light of learning. Go back to that. Gangster Gamer. There is a cave all overgrown with trailing odorous plants, which curtain out the day with leaves and flowers. And paved with vein emerald, and a fountain leaps in the midst with an awakening sound. From its curtained roof, the mountain's frozen tears, like snow or silver or long diamond spires, hang downward, raining forth a doubtful light. That sounds like the place I just chose as a custom destination. Hello, Super Flamingo! I don't know, I'm not your father, but hello there. Alright, let's check out this locale. Who are you talking to, lady? So you're the lady that's been sitting on the bench for the, for a long period of time. Oh, okay. Oh, I just love all the honking in this game. Makes me think of New York City, which I've never been. I think back then people just loved their horns so much. They just loved pushing their horns. Let's make Finn drive.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Him. It's really him. Fucking killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. What a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
A little bit more light. I forgot to turn that lamp on earlier. I've completed 14 cases out of 26. So, I got about 12 more cases to do. Street crimes complete. I don't care much about the street crimes. Game completion, 30.7%, basically. Well, that's probably going to total out like 100% everything, like finding all the cars, finding all the landmarks, finding all the film reels, finding all the novels, all the side stuff plus the story. But I'm not going to drive around and look for all the landmarks and all the cars and all the novels and all the film reels, because that would be very boring. Unless I had something entertaining to talk about during these searches. I'm mostly just going to do the story cases and then call it a day. Max speed, I've gone 82 miles an hour. Highest vehicle jump, 7 feet. Longest vehicle jump, 90.3 feet. I have traveled, time spent driving, 2 hours, 14 minutes, 12 seconds. I've rolled one suspect's vehicle. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can go in.
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I'd like a Big Mac and a large order of fries and a medium soda. Thank you.
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Getting me some coffee real quick. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by, yes. Refilling my cup of joe here. Oh, man. Lan, I meant to ask you, do you get any snow in Louisiana? Ever? I mean, we got like a dusting or maybe a half an inch of snow here in Nashville, Tennessee. And it was cold last night. Wife and I stuck my spoon in my coffee mug for some reason. Wife and I went to go see the movie, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning when we left. What? Cool. Cool. Once in December. That's cool. We had parked. It was pretty busy at the mall where we went to go see the theater at, or see the movie at, see the theater. So we had to walk a good distance to our car from the mall. And it was snowing like crazy. The wind was blowing like crazy. It was cold. It was like 30 degrees outside with a wind chill of 24. We went to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse last night. Finally got around to seeing that movie. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I mean, I love Spider-Man. I'm a big fan, but I don't know all the facts and stuff. I don't know everything about the character. I know a lot about him, but I don't know everything.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, let's do it. Let me just check out this room here real quick. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Oh, there's a ladder. Yeah. Holy moly!
Going out there, Rusty.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
I'd be like, I'm not going over there. So, some psycho came out to this place. Used the left joystick, left and right, to balance L2. To turn around. He's got to go across to that chandelier and get a clue. Oh. He just lost his hat. I thought I was dead for sure there. Woo! Man, I'd have to change my shorts if I did that in real life. There's someone's watch.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch. Lady Elgin. You live in Belgium, huh? Cool. I live in the United States of America, in a state called Tennessee, and a city called Nashville. Well, I live about 11 miles from Nashville, Tennessee. From the temples high...
Temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
From the murmurings of the unsealed springs... Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ, Cole, get off that goddamn thing.
Find a rope, Rusty!
There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it.
Wait there.
Woo! Who's gonna pay for that bill of that chandelier to get fixed? Oh, man. That's expensive.
That was too close. Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Right.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
A Molar Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
Let me look at it again. It quit. Wouldn't let me read it all. From the temples high of a man's ear and eye, roofed over sculpture and poesy. From the murmurings of the unsealed springs, where science bedews his dada wings. Where science bedews his dada wings. From the murmurings of an unsealed springs, roofed over sculpture and poesy. Alright, it's parking lot. Okay. Hidden vehicle. I remember when I played this game years ago, I would go and I'd find all the vehicles. Pershing Square. I've gone to that location, I believe. That's where I found the other clue. Yeah. The library, maybe? Ancient Egypt to create a high temple like Central Library. The building is roofed over a mosaic pyramid, and a sculptured torch-bearing hands stands on the apex, representing the scientific light of learning. No, they won't. No, it'll probably at the end of the mission. It'll probably be like damage to the city, however much money the chandelier cost. But you don't have to pay for the damages. It's just a statistic that it shows how much damage was caused during gameplay. During that, like you're doing chase scenes, you run over public property, park benches and lights and trash cans or whatever, or crash into someone's car, and how much damage you caused during that particular scene. But they don't make you pay it. I may be wrong, but this looks like the hotel that was in Angel. I'd have to do some research, but I think the Mayfair Hotel was the same hotel was in the TV show Angel, which was a spin-off show of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. I'd have to Google that. I don't either. Land thinks I'm right. I'm going to Google that real quick, so stand by. Let's see. I'm going to put this book on my wish list. If I can. Oh, there's a very used book, in very good condition for someone selling it for $9 on Amazon. Stand by, my friend, stand by. Add to cart, buy now. There's an option here to add to cart or just buy it now. I want to put it on my wish list. I'll just have to come back to it later, I guess. Come on, back out. I would ask my Amazon Dot, but she probably wouldn't give me the information that I needed. Let me try here. Alexa, what was the hotel used in the TV show Angel?
Here's something I found on Wikipedia. The Hyperion Hotel is a fictional home base for Angel in the television series Angel during the middle seasons of the show. Did that answer your question?
Yes. She said the Hyperion home.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Cancel. Oh, she still thought I was asking her something. The hotel used in the TV show Angel.
According to Wikipedia, the Hyperion Hotel is a fictional home base for Angel in the television series.
It's called the Hyperion Hotel.
The gang move into the...
Not that one. Where is it? Yeah. Not that one, Lan. It was called the Hyperion Hotel. No, it doesn't affect your story. No, it's just numbers, basically. All right. Let me look at my clues again. From the temples high of a man's ear and eye, roofed of a sculpture and posy, the murmurings of an unsealed springs where science bedows his dada wings. That sounds like the library, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wrong one. And look what it says when I read the library. Bertram Grosvenor Goodhue drew an ancient Egypt and create his high temple-like central library. The building is roofed over the mosaic pyramid, and a sculptured torch-bearing hand stands at the apex, representing the scientific light of learning. It would be awesome, but I don't think they're going to make an LA Noire 2. They would have done so by now. But yeah, this game came out originally 2006, I think. Over a decade ago? Yeah. Yeah. Over a decade ago.
Can you drive to this one?
He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you.
I would love to see a TV show based on this game. If they could get all the actors to come back for their characters in this game. Yeah. They did also Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah. I got what you meant.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get him, Tiger.
You'd slow me down anyway, old timer.
I also have that game as well, Red Dead Redemption 2, but I haven't been streaming it. I've been playing that game on my own free time. I'm like in chapter 3, I think, of Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't finished the main story. I've been running around doing a bunch of side stuff. Guess I'm climbing. He's got a lot of upper body strength than I do. I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd be struggling. I think if Rocksteady could redo this game or make a part 2, I would wish and hope and pray that they would put less horn honking in the background. Because it's very annoying. All that horn honking. There was an option in the sound menu to turn that crap off. Because I don't have a lot of patience. Cool, man. Cool. I never played the first one. You know, I've not really been much into Western stuff. But, so I was like, no. I was like, turned my nose up at the first one. I was like, I'm not playing some Western video game. That was my whole feel about it. But after seeing the gameplay and stuff for the second one, I was like, I'll give it a try. You know, and I got to see more and more videos on it. Let's see. Oh, can't climb that. And I was like, you know what? This game looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool indeed. And then I got it for Christmas. And been playing it like crazy. At least I play it like crazy on my days off. You finished it like 3 months ago. It was really good. Cool. Yeah, I've been trying my best to stay away from any spoilers on YouTube. I mean, I've been watching like gameplay of it and stuff, but I've been trying my best to cool. I've been trying to stay away from any spoilers, but of course, every now and then I see, well, lost your hat again, Phelps. I've been seeing little hints and spoilers. I think don't confirm my my thoughts or my beliefs, but I have a bad feeling that Arthur is going to die somewhere in the story, thanks to some of the spoilers that I've accidentally seen on YouTube thumbnails on YouTube. The thumbnails that some of the people choose for their videos, I've seen little hints and stuff that's great. I think Arthur is going to die, and I think I'll be playing as John for a period at the end. But I don't want that confirmed, but that is my hypothesis from the stuff I've accidentally seen on YouTube. You know, you scroll YouTube and you trying to figure out what videos you want to watch from what the thumbnails are.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
But I've been enjoying trying to find all the different perfect pelts to get all the satchels for Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan! I've been trying to like get my impersonation of him down, but it's a lot of work. I can't do it as good as some people can. Or Dutch. Dutch is really hard to do. Arthur Morgan, I got a plan. Have faith, Arthur. Because I've got a plan. Now, that's my worst Dutch impersonation there. But I find myself like trying to talk like Arthur Morgan when I'm at work after playing it all weekend. On my days off. How you doing, lady? Little lady? Talking Western country at work. Talking to the people. I do security at a mall here in Nashville, Tennessee. And I walk around trying to talk like Arthur Morgan. Yeah. I appreciate it, Super Flamingo. You know, my wife told me I had to quit doing impersonations of a flamingo the other day, but I had to put my foot down. It's a bad pun. But, yeah. Found a clue.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Mm-hmm. It's all starting to make sense now. Another clue.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think I got your friend invite. 2 friend invites a while ago. I'll respond to that later. Round which death laughed, sepulchral emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. The wrecks beside of many a city vast, whose population which the earth grew over was mortal, but none human. See, they lie. Their monstrous works, and uncowled skeletons, their statues, homes, and fans. Fiends? Prodigious shapes, huddled in gray annihilation, split, jammed in the hard, black deep. Yeah. I ain't got the brain smarts to come up with poems like that. I think we're done up here.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. When this gets out...
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
People who like to read and people who like to type. Of course, back then, all they had was typewriters. When people wrote books, they had to use typewriters. And a lot of people that like to write books. There's people out there that like to write poems. All right. Let me check my clues here again. Round which death laughed, splourished emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. The wrecks beside of many a city vast. Wrecks beside of many city vast. That might sound like a junkyard, whose population, which the earth grew over. So maybe an old junkyard, was mortal but not human. See they lie, their monstrous works and uncouth skeletons. Their statues, homes, and fanes, prodigious shapes, huddled in grey annihilation, split, jammed in on the hard black deep. It sounds like an old junkyard, maybe overrun by nature. Sounds like a junkyard in my head. Wrong button. Wrong button. Sorry about that. Here we go. It's Hall of Records. No, I've already been there. Intolerance set. I don't think that's the pizza place. It's probably not even a junkyard. Yeah. Yeah, no. You know, Grand Theft Auto 5, when it first came out, the online PvP version was like that for a long time because it took Rocksteady months, maybe a couple of years before they did any updates that were worth investing in, worth playing. And they said you could do those missions by yourself, but it was extremely difficult. And the only thing I really like doing when I'm playing online is, well, right now I'm only rank 5 on my online version, but I've been trying to hunt with what little equipment I have, and staying away from griefers, 10-year-old little punks. But from what I've read, I think Rocksteady is doing things to make it counterproductive for griefers to make people who are, well, for the griefers not to be griefing, for killing people and taking their stuff. You know, a player will spend hours fishing, hunting deer or whatever, getting their pelts and the meat and trying to turn it in for in-game cash. And then you go into town and you try to turn that stuff in, and then you get shot and all your stuff is taken. Yeah, I think I read that Rocksteady is dealing with that, making it, they're penalizing people who are doing that to other people and making it not fun to play for other people. That stuff right there, it's very aggravating, and it pisses a lot of people off. So yeah, if griefers keep doing that, they're going to end up playing by themselves and not having any fun themselves because they're not going to be able to kill anybody because no one's going to be going out there hunting and bringing stuff in because, you know, all that. Hey, nothing way out here. Oh, great. Where's my car at? Way out here. Yeah.
In front of the car? That's the cop who caught her.
No, I was the cop that went to Dairy Queen and got a blizzard. And then I accidentally spilt it on a random person sitting on the bench. Servers are unstable and I go and hunt. I get disconnected. That sucks. Or killed. Yeah. I haven't had any trouble being disconnected. Do you know if you can steal wagons and take them to a fencing place like you can on the story mode, on the online mode? Because I think I would like to do that. Well, go and steal wagons that are not missions or whatever. No, that sucks.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case.
Okay. She freaked out. Oh, freak out. Lady, you forgot your purse. Wow. Old style floating soaps. How much death left? Sculptured emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, the wrecks beside them of many of a city vast, whose population which the earth grew over was mortal but not human. See, they lie. Their monstrous works and uncaused skeletons. Hell, that might be the. I was thinking it might be in a junkyard, but it's probably the old studios that I went to a while back in one of the older cases. The Intolerance set. Let's see, where am I? Since I'm in the driver's seat. Make a left and the left on Flower. Go down to 8th Avenue. Left, then right on 8th. You get out of the way. Man, it's almost time for my stream to end. I only streamed for about 2 hours.
This officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America, 7th and Olive, a 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Bank of America, wow. Didn't know the bank was that old. Oh, sorry. My bad. That's totally my fault. KTI radio. They got it all fenced off. Let's see, they got sculptures. There's a big old skeleton skull. I don't know if we're going to find the clues. See, there's
of dead destruction, ruin within ruin, ruined skeletons, jammed in the hard, black, deep.
Yeah? I don't get it.
The tar pits, Rusty. All those remains they found there, of course our guy's attracted to it.
Well, let's hope he got stuck in them.
Help me out.
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's check the map here. Zoom in. Well, that's not gonna help me none. I gotta find oil. I stream every Sunday for 2 hours. My stream's almost over, technically, but I'll probably go a little bit over to try to finish this this part of the story. I try to get on at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Time, which is almost 2 hours ago, because it's almost 1 o'clock my time. So, basically 2 hours ago is roughly when I start streaming. I'm trying to finish this game, and then I'm going to do one of the Tomb Raider games that I haven't finished playing before I start on the new Tomb Raider game that I recently bought. Then after that, then I got 3 Assassin's Creed games that I want to live stream. That's my plan thus far. But I gotta finish this game first. I don't know where the oil is. I don't know if it's upstairs somewhere on this ruined set. There's sculptures. Let's go up here. Get Cole Phelps' workout. Partner's gonna have a heart attack. Honk! I don't know if I'm going the right way. I can't remember where the oil is at or where the clues are. I'm just kind of exploring and searching. Wow, he's actually following me. Nothing over there. I don't know, there's oil in these barrels. Got it. Man. If they made a TV show based off this game, that would be awesome. I mean, it probably wouldn't be too hard, maybe, to get the actors who play the characters in this game, if they're not currently busy on some other project. Oh, I'll have to probably walk across this. Or not. Go down the steps, a ladder. Honk. 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 Every few seconds. Honk. Honk. Ah, man, I don't even know if I'm going the right way.
I'm at a loss.
Look, I know this ain't my thing, Phelps, but could the hard, black, deep bit be about oil?
Possibly. I just gotta find it. Whatever this oil is. Boy, I tell you what. Welcome to the party, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost over, though. Whoa, Schneise, I wasn't expecting that to happen. I was not expecting him to do that. I was just trying to figure out where to go. Alright, I gotta figure where they put the oil at. Wow, he jumped off the thing, too. Part of me wants to get on and play Red Dead Redemption when I'm done playing this, but I'm kind of wanting to play my Spider-Man game some. Two possible ways to go. No, one possible way. I guess I gotta go down the ladder here. Alright. It's been years since I played this game, trying to figure it out. It's a very tall ladder. Let's see. Where, oh where could the oil be? Whoop, don't fall. It's a little frustrating. Another ladder. Whoop, come on. I'll figure it out here as soon as possible. I wish I could get a clue. Intuition. Rank 11, almost 12. I think the last job I'll have is arson. That's the last thing. I see these drums of oil here and there, but are these drums? I don't know what's in them. Okay. Welcome to the channel. I'm trying to figure out where the oil's at on this part of the story. Next clue to this story. Don't know if I'm going the right way. Probably not. Nope. I thought maybe something would be over here. Partner's gonna kill me. Where are you going, Phelps? Why are you running everywhere? You're giving me a heart attack. Alright. Come on. I couldn't run through the bush. And I can't run through that way. That's weird. I couldn't run across the board there. Let's see what's over here. Nothing. Okay. Normally I walk everywhere, but I'm trying to find this clue. And walking would be boring and tedious. And my video is coming to an end, and I'd like to end this chapter on a good note. Usually the last few times, the guy has left the clues very high up. But we just spent a lot of time at the very high note of this set. I'm a bit stumped, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a bit stumped. I don't see no oil that I can interact with, or a pit that would have oil, or drums. This is definitely the locale. I'm obviously missing something somewhere. Obviously. I hear cats meowing. Yeah, if Rocksteady and whatever the company did another game like this, like a part 2, the graphics would be pretty awesome, especially since Red Dead Redemption 2 looks amazing. Unlike the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X or whatever it's called. Man. Man. I bet you Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out on the next generation consoles. And you know that game is probably going to look like... It's going to look amazing. The map's probably going to be 5 times bigger than Grand Theft Auto 5. I wonder what city they'll have it taking place in. Let's get a bird's eye perspective here. Maybe. That's the beginning where the skull is. I'm trying to see if I could see anything that I didn't notice before. I was running around up here. What's up, Anthony? I'm just trying to finish up this stream here. I gotta look for a clue. It's probably got something to do with oil. Let's see, what case am I on? The Quarter Moon Murders. The Quarter Moon Murders. The map. The Intolerant set. Gonna have to Google it, ladies and gentlemen. Where is the clue in L.A. Noir? Hang on. Where is the clue in the Quarter Moon Murders in L.A. Noir on the Intolerant set? Looking at IGN.com here. I'm a bit stumped, ladies and gentlemen. A bit stumped. Investigating Hall of Records. Investigating Public Library. Investigating West Lake Tar Pits. West Lake Tar Pits. Investigate the West Lake Tar Pits. Okay, so it's probably not even here. It's at the West Lake Tar Pits, wherever that's at. The West Lake Tar Pits. West Lake Tar Pits in L.A. Noir. Ah. Okay. There we are. Hug. Alright. Let's get back to the car. For some reason I was thinking it was here. Let's see if I can go back the way I came. Well, that explains it, ladies and gentlemen. I was searching the wrong place. What's going on, Anthony? How are we doing today? I don't know when I'll ever come back playing 76. I'm playing other games lately. I only get really 2 days out of my whole week to play video games, and wrong way.
You can drive.
Did he get stuck? Oh, there he is. That would be crazy if I did it long enough and I had over 100 people watching me on my streams. There's a few YouTubers out there that that get like a lot of viewers watching them play. The Tar Pits. It's crazy this is actually a place in California where there's a tar pit. The Westlake Tar Pits. Almost rank 12. Woot woot.
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
I gotta put on those pants, I guess.
Very funny.
Oh, Lord. I guess I gotta go out to that island over there. Move quickly.
Whoa!
I died. Officer down! Phelps is in the tar pits. Move quickly on the platforms. Let's see how long it takes me to get across without dying.
Easy.
Gotta move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils? Gangway snakes around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
Steady.
It's not gonna be no straight shot.
Out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing. Whoa!
It'd be kind of scary doing this in real life. Knowing you gotta keep moving. Otherwise, you're dead.
Easy.
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
All right. Made it across.
One of Teresa Terreldson's shoes.
Ah.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
And from the other opening in the wood rushes with loud and whirlwind harmony, a sphere which is any and many thousand spheres, solid as crystal, yet through all its mass flow as through empty space, music and light.
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe, and another stanza from a poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bum did the Terrelson broad.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run round all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
And from the other opening in the wood rushes with loud and whirlwind harmony a sphere, which is as many thousand spheres, solid as crystal, yet through all its mass flow as through empty space, music and light. It's probably going to be the LA County Art Museum, maybe. No. I've already been to the Intolerance set. County Art Museum, Tar Pits, Public Library. Maybe the Hall of Records? Ah, wrong button again. Let's see. Let's see. This site hosted racing and gambling. There's a sphere. And it concerns students in Haddock Creek created a culture center. The museum kept a fine art with the rose garden. Hid wonders such as a sphere within a sphere, celestial model, or Millery sphere. Well, that's gotta be it, the museum. That's gotta be it, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to read the sign. No problem, man. Thank you for watching. I'm probably going to go to this museum and stop the stream, and we'll pick up next week.
You know the way. You can drive.
So this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
That's why it's time to rise and shine. Tonight on NBC. Tonight on HBO. Lan T solves the crime. Oh, got a maze. And there's the clue. Saving the game.
On it goes.
On it goes.
When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
The center of the proverbial labyrinth? How long's a piece of string? How many unsolved murders have we got in this city?
How many solved ones?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'll be on next Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, for about 2 hours and 26 minutes of this time. Have a good week. Drive safe. Travel safe. And I'll see you next week.